Hello lovelies, my name is Rhonda and this is my beautiful channel. On this channel it is all about small business, how I create soap and body products as well as gorgeous candles and the pottery jars that go with it. So let's get into it. Hello friends, here I am in my shop, but of course let's go over to my daughter's shop because I am working there on this Saturday. So that's something that I definitely needed to do to get going and of course, work in the shop and organize some things. So first things first, let's get on to what we need to do for the day. I've had some new products come in and of course I needed to go along and I needed to actually price things. So what happens is when people send their things in, and lots of people display in here, we do ask that they all put tags on, but sometimes people just forget, which is okay. And anyway, and we have a price gun, so then I just go and price them, and this company have actually also sent an email with their price list, which is quite handy, so that way I'm just going through it and pricing it, and then we're just going to put it on the shelf. So I'll take you over and show how I'm displaying this on the shelf so that we can get everything up and going, and just show you a little bit of the process on what we're doing, of course, on this beautiful Saturday morning. So our shop here, it's open a few days. It's open like basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I thought, like I said, I'm going along doing this. And if you're thinking about a shop or opening a shop, this is kind of what you need to do, isn't it? Doing all these little things that you forget. Like even before my daughter and I opened this shop, I forgot about these little things that you need to do, and we all just kind of forget about them. But pricing things, making signs for things, measuring everything up, checking that all the products are good. These are the things that just take time in a shop, as well as the boring things like vacuuming the floor, wiping down shelves, and things like that. So anyway, like I said, I thought we'll do all of these. I've given you a look. I think these are made with Hydrostone. They're really lovely, and the sealing on these is beautiful. It's a really light matte kind of seal that they've been sealed with, which is really lovely. And of course, it's important to put your name on the back if you're selling things. It actually makes your product look a little bit more luxurious to have a stamp on the back of it with your name. So now here I am just organizing everything on the shelf. So I thought I would just let the camera roll so that you can see what I'm doing. And basically what I want to do is just come along and, kind of think, well, okay, is it going to look good straight on the shelf, or should I angle it a little bit, and so on. Also, what this person has done is they've also sent down some of these like little wooden kind of tray holders, which is perfect to hold things like this. This is what you need in a shop. You can get ones made or you can buy them. You can even buy like these are, I think, they're probably classified as like a dish rack actually, and you can cut them down. You can get them at Kmart and places like that really, but they're a great display model and lots of people have these. I've seen quite a few people send them down, which is really handy because it just helps. It helps so much. And it just helps us to make sure the shelf looks really beautiful and gorgeous. So we've almost done this job, haven't we, for the day? And of course, then I'm going to get going and do the next thing. And I do enjoy being here at this shop. But, I'm always sitting here thinking, oh, what do I have to do with my business? So for me, I work in my daughter's shop a couple of days a week. Obviously, I have my own business as well. And my shop's going to be open every Tuesday and Wednesday at the moment while this shop's open. It just will help me a lot. And of course, then I've got to go back and do these pottery things and pottery classes and all the other things that I'm doing at the moment. So it is a little much, but, once we hit Christmas time, I will slow down. I'm going to take a little break for a little bit. I may even just take a couple weeks off, who knows. But, so much to do, and Patreon. And, of course, I have been creating my Patreon books at the moment. So lots of people are waiting on those. So if you want those, just go over to Patreon. You can actually buy them. You don't even have to join Patreon if you don't want to. So now, like I said, we're just adding a few extra things on here. We'll get back into the main of the video. Sometimes what I do is I add a couple things on the counter. So even if people, have their little shelf, it also helps them if I put something on the counter. I just think it is super important, and it helps them to sell a little bit more, because on the counter people often add things extra. Now, here I am looking to buy myself a pair of glasses. I spend most of my money in here. So funny. Of course, I'm picking out every pair of pink glasses, from pink love hearts to a transparent pink to a Barbie pink, a baby pink. I mean, you know my jam. You know I love them. I have decided these are for me. So these are the ones I am definitely choosing, my loves. I know that you'll laugh, and I know that you'll think, wow, that is so me. So now it is time for a coffee. So let's get going. So inside the store, we don't have a fridge, so I always just use these Nescafe type ones where you just cut the end off and then it sort of has a milk powder in it and so on, and then I just top it up with a tiny bit of cold water. So that's how I make my drink in here. So sometimes I do bring a little thermos or something like that, but we do have a kettle, so I can use all of that. But anyway, time to clean up, of course. Emily will laugh and say, Mum, clean that mess up if I don't wipe every little crumb off, because she absolutely hates any mess. So anyway, we're on to the next. So let's go back in here. Let's sit at my desk. And so in here, behind the counter here, we just have a desk, and usually it's just, we keep the bags in here. We write down, like totals of the day, what's happening and so on. So when people buy things, we sort of know what's been sold and, how good it is for the day. So now, next I'm going to just fix up a few things. I sold a number of these key rings, so I thought, look, we just need to add some more on. And often out the back, we keep some boxes of the suppliers, and then we just, top it up when something sells in here, which is really good. It stops everyone having to come back in and bring more things in, because our store is a pop-up and it does have 32 different stores display their products in here. So it gives every maker an opportunity to put their things in here without paying the high rent just on their own. It's great because it allows everyone to pay a little bit. We pay the bulk of the rent, and then the rest of it is obviously paid through the stall holders having their own little shelf or a whole bookshelf or a table, depends what they want to hire. But anyway, that's a little bit about that. So I'm just keep going and, doing all these little things. I feel like it's just a little bit of this and a little bit of that throughout the day, of course. So, of course, here is my things, and I thought, look, I better straighten them up. I've actually sold a few room sprays. They seem to be really popular. Honestly, the salted caramel, it's actually not salted caramel, it's caramel and sea salt. So it has that kind of oceany twist to it. That's very popular. I've sold a number of that one. Also with my shampoo bars, seems to be the most popular is lime. Lime's always popular. And anyway, so that's a little bit about that. So now let's just put the closed sign on, my friends. The day is closed. Time to lock the door. Time to put the sign as closed, and time for me to get ready to, of course, go home. So what I usually do is I just try and neaten everything up before the end of the day, put everything, on the racks that may have been pulled off, because sometimes people, pick something up and decide, okay, they're not going to buy it now and they'll put it somewhere else. So anyway, that's a little bit about that. So and of course, now we need to switch everything off. We put everything back on the power, like the EFTPOS machine has to be powered up. And time to go home in my car. So let's just open the roller door, because we do have a car spot here, which is very, very handy indeed, because the parking is only for a few hours here, and you will get a fine if you overstep your parking, especially in the summer. So out we go. It's not a very beautiful day. It's a little bit overcast, but that's okay. It's not raining.